Let's talk
That's all.
with Cola.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. So, tonight's topic is what is destroying relationships? And we're going to dive into it and go in a couple different ways. But let's go ahead and get it started. Since you want to start it off.
Yeah, pretty much we just want to know what's your opinion on what is killing the relationships nowadays. I would say, this is me personally, a lot of social media, is killing it because people are looking at other relationship expecting theirs to go that same way when they haven't even put in the time and the effort to even, build their relationship.
And for me, I feel like it's expectations that are um, not reachable, not attainable, or I can say not attainable, but they're not realistic. They're
Okay.
unrealistic completely.
Right.
Um, I feel like that has a big part in why relationship ends because
Mhm.
if you don't sit down and give those expectations, sometimes you go into the relationship and both people have their own expectations but never
Right.
talk about it. So
Exactly.
then how do you know what you're gonna get or what this person can be capable of doing or not doing?
Right. 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 Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of um expecting something where you haven't even had that conversation or this is what I'm looking for. And that's on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
Some people get into a relationship expecting to be kept, and the other one's like, no, I want someone that's going to be 50-50 with me or somebody going to be the 40% to my 60%.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they never have that conversation. They just instantly meet up and then they just start dating without even knowing what the other one is looking for.
Yeah, and with that being kept thing, it takes a lot to be kept. Because if now maybe depending on who it is, because I mean, you look at the TV shows and stuff, and the people they'll have their like sugar mamas and they sugar daddies, but is that person still is going to need something from you? So if you don't have, if again
Some
that
sugar.
expectation, if you go in there thinking, well, this person got this and they're gonna keep me, but
Hmm.
it's gonna cost you something is you're
Right.
not going to be kept for free. And
No.
even when it comes to 50-50, I don't feel like anything in this world is 50-50. Because even if everybody in the household, both people in a relationship is working, both of them bringing their own money home, it's
Uh-huh.
still going to be something that one person may have that 30-40 and that other person going to have the rest. Is I don't
Right.
feel like it's ever 50-50.
50-50.
Ever, ever 50-50.
I agree with that. I don't think a relationship can be strictly 50-50 on no end. A lot of people be like, oh, does she use me or she's using me? But I feel like everybody's is used in a relationship because you may have the idea and she may have the finances or
Mm-hmm.
vice versa. So you're gonna use each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah.
All right. And then also I feel like fighting fair. People don't know how to fight fair.
No, they don't.
And if you don't know how to fight fair, that's gonna cause an issue with all of yourself because the first argument you're gonna go for blows, you're gonna go for the jugular, you're going
Hmm.
for blood. You not because I know for me, like even with all every marriage I've been in has been different, right? And
Okay.
I didn't really get it until this marriage that you literally cannot talk to. Like when I'm upset, there is no whole bars. Like we not about to play. We don't like each other in this moment. We love each other, but I don't know how to be like I didn't know how to fight loving. I know how to fight. That's it. That's all. I know
Yeah.
how to argue. I know how to point to make my point heard. But that and my wife literally was like, I'm not somebody on the street. And it took me, I'm telling you, it took me years because for me it was like when we married, yes you are. Yes, when I'm married, everybody is somebody on the street, and it literally took years for me to be like, okay. I mean, years, like as up until like a few years ago, us going to counseling because we big on that,
Okay.
maintaining having that maintenance in place. But it literally took us talking and going through counseling to figure out like the healthy ways of having a conversation. For me, if I'm upset, I'd rather be quiet. I'd rather shut up, get all my thoughts together. Because when I'm at 10, I'm not
Right.
thinking about your feelings. I'm not thinking about what's gonna happen if I say this. I want to say what I want to say. So now
Exactly.
I've learned to be quiet, even if it's my shutdown. I'm gonna shut down. I just have to make sure that I'm not shutting down for days. So having that time limit of, all right, I might need a moment to get my life together, so I don't say nothing I'm gonna regret later. Um, but we still have to address it sooner than later, which is still
Right.
hard
Right.
because I still don't want to. I still want to say what I want to say because it's huge for me.
And you should always get that out. Now, fighting fair, I feel like when something's going on, I want to discuss it right now and then move on. Some people is not like that, and that's when I start fighting unfair because I'm like, so you don't care about my feelings. You're willing to allow me to hold this until you're ready to talk about it. So okay, here comes me hitting below the belt. So that's how I look.
I mean, that makes sense because so Joy is one of those people that she either want to talk about it or we just not. It's not going to be talked about. And I'm telling you, we had to literally learn each other's like our temperaments. We had to learn and still learning. Um, that it's okay to have that. Like you don't have to resolve it in that moment because
Right,
sometimes if you both already on 10, it's not gonna work because you're not hearing each other. Especially if you already offended that person, their feelings is already hurt. So
right,
they're not gonna hear anything you saying, even though what you could be saying could be real sincere and you could be coming from a calmer place. But if your feelings is already hurt or you already mad, yeah, no, you're not. You're not. People expectations have become more powerful than love. I agree. I agree,
yes,
King. It has definitely. I really feel like it has because I also feel like expectations, some people expectations is something that they want but can't give. Like if you want me to talk to you a certain way when I'm sleepy, then that's how I expect you to talk to me when you sleepy. If you don't want me to cuss at you, you don't expect me to cuss at you, I don't expect you to cuss at me.
that's it, me.
Everything for me is a fair thing, and I'm still working on that because life not fair.
Exactly.
But I feel like if you cuss at me, I can cuss at you. If you hurt my feelings, like I hurt yours, and that's how I was raised. Like we not playing them kind of games. We even on this playing field. So once it go there, we can go there together. Like I said, it took a long time to get, and I'm still working on it. But I feel like that's a huge part because if you expect something from me, you have to be able to give it too. And it doesn't have to be the exact same thing, but it still has to be on the same level. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like expectation is a huge thing.
Right, right,
What our sister said, judging people for their actions but judging ourselves for our intentions. That's an imbalance and unfair to our partners.
right.
I like that. That's true.
That is true.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
And Miss Young said communication
Girl, I'm
requires
dealing with that lady today.
a level of maturity, which
It
is
do.
that is true. But I know how to come. I'm very immature at times. I laugh when I'm not supposed to laugh, but I know how to listen. Like I'm listening to everything because that's a part of communication, and people
It
don't
is.
know they listen to react to respond versus just
Mm-hmm.
listening to everything. So I think I'm mature enough to communicate because I listen to what you say, and I apologize if I made you feel a certain type of way.
Yeah, I ain't had the maturity. I didn't. I didn't. I have always been, yeah, no. Like if you ask anybody from my past, I didn't have that at all. I did not know how to fight healthy at all. Like yeah, no. I was always that person that you got about 3 times
Mhm.
for us to have a conversation. And if I gotta repeat myself again and I'm about what I'm angry at, all bets off. We need to swing at this point. And I mean, I'm serious. Like I'm
Woo!
dead serious. I don't like to talk. I mean, that's even with friends. I don't want we not I don't know. I don't want to do a whole bunch of talking. We need to get to what we're gonna get to, resolve it, or we just need to go outside. But in a relationship, you can't do that. It's frowned upon.
So
Heavily.
I'm gonna go outside.
They do, but it ain't gonna work because then you got this toxic relationship, and now
Yeah.
you just going back and forth being toxic.
Right.
So we'll see. A lot of us have never been shown how to communicate in a healthy manner. I agree.
Yeah, I can agree with that because I yell a lot, especially when I'm talking to the kids. I yell, but I do that because I be feeling like I don't told you too many times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think mine's I get now that I'm older. Even I my mom when she talked to like one of her friends, and I don't think she means to be condescending, but it is. And I didn't realize it until one day I was listening to her talk to a friend on the phone. And I was like, hey, me and my sister do that. Like we literally talk how she talks. And it literally and I said that because of what Amber said. It literally was I do talk on my hands. I still
Yeah,
talk on
me
my
too.
hands.
Yeah.
But
And people can find it offensive. Like you gonna talk to me like a child,
girl, I remember
especially
the
in a
first time. Go
relationship.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, especially in a relationship when you talk with your hands, they be like, okay, I'm not your child.
Girl, the first time me and Joy got into it, and I was like, yo. And she was like, I'm not your yo. That for me, that's not like a disrespect word, but I got it later that it was a disrespect to her. But for me, it was yo, like all bets off. Like it is what it is at this point. And I had to, Gary, I'm telling you, that fighting fair go a long way because um, you have to be mature. You have to be able to listen. You cannot talk while you're angry. I don't care how much you say you can resolve it at that point. You cannot, nobody's going to be heard if you're angry. Nobody. I don't care how good your ears is. I don't care how great God made your heart. When you are angry, you are deaf.
But
You are
I
not going
listen
to, you're not
because
going to
I
hear
want to
nothing.
know. I feel like when a person say something when they're angry, it's the truth. You better believe them.
Yeah, it is.
You
But
better
but
believe
but
them.
then some people say if you say a joke too many times, it's true. And for me, I'm a jokester. I'm a
Yeah,
sarcastic jokester. So I'm going to joke about stuff over and over and over again
me
because that's
too.
just my nature. But
Yeah,
then everybody ain't for it.
no,
That could be a trigger too for relationships too.
yeah,
Because you definitely gotta learn your person's their body language. You have to learn them. You
that's
gotta
true.
learn it's a lot. It's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
If with the right person, it'll be worth it. But if it ain't the right person, baby, you're gonna stress yourself out. You ain't gonna be here all the time. You're gonna be gone.
Hmm. Now you see this what else is put unwillingness to be vulnerable and apologize. Apologize require maturity and vulnerability. Maturity, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can
I
say that.
I feel like people now, like our age, like 30, let's say 30 and up, I feel like we have been hit with so much either trauma or we had to grow up fast and become adults when we were still kids. Um or we just have always been there for everybody that we
Mhm.
forget how to be vulnerable
Right.
because
It's
that's we
true.
don't know how to be, as the world says, soft. So we don't know how to soften ourselves up to say anything, whether you really love the person. I am telling you, it's so many people that I see or be around, and they can't. You just not gonna hear them vulnerable. Like my wife, girl, the day my wife become like openly like that softy gooey person, girl, I'm gonna call somebody because something gonna be wrong. I'm gonna think she got a fever. Cause but for her, she's always been strong, right? She always been a provider for everybody.
Right.
So her vulnerability is she'll get you anything you ask for. Cause that's her saying, I love you with all my heart, right?
Mhm.
But if she needs to say, like we went to a yoga class, for example, a couples yoga class, and you had to look at each other and say something nice or like, be real vulnerable. Girl, this lady said, what she said, no, she's about to give me the middle finger. That was her love. And
That's
I
why you
said,
got a
babe,
restraining order on you.
girl, I need one on her. So then she gonna say, so I said, babe, we supposed to be like vulnerable right there in this moment. She can't, she will joke before she show you her soft side. It would be a whole joke. And we sitting up there the only ones laughing while everybody else around us loving and being all gooey. And we sitting there joking and laughing at each other.
I mean, that's a good thing because that's how you show, each other y'all love each other.
Yeah, but I wanted that vulnerable moment that time because we was in a couples yoga. Our males and females do not respect how God designed us. We weren't created to understand everything about each other. It's about your coping skills and understand that I just won't get some stuff about you. That's true. That's true.
Right.
And people change all the time. That's
Yep.
something else I didn't learn until recently. Like what somebody might like last year, they might not like this year.
Right.
What's your take on it?
Level. Yeah, they're on a whole different level. Keep in mind, people grow, they mature. I just feel like I don't know. Except for me, I'm always saying something funny or laugh or joke or whatever. But it's about knowing your partner.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it's a lot of things that you are just now finding out, but that comes along with learning your partner, being with them for time, because you don't know them overnight. I don't care how much they don't told you, how much you think it's going to be always something new that comes out.
It is
always something. You got to learn a different body language. You know what I'm saying? It's always something.
Yeah, and if they the same person from the beginning, run, because there is no way you've been with somebody for 10 years and they are exactly the same as they were from the beginning.
Right. And that is true. Apologies do not mean anything if the behavior don't change. That is true, because you can't keep doing the same thing, but you keep telling me you're sorry or you're apologizing.
Because what's the point?
Exactly.
Yeah, because what's the point?
You're wasting my time.
100%. Small said, change is okay and natural. You have to be able to navigate that. I agree. It's the same thing like with forgiving. Like me and her had the conversation on TikTok. And a lot of when we were saying like forgiving is hard, it's not. Forgiving is not hard. It's the decision to decide, like you deciding that I want to forgive the person. That is hard. But once you make that decision, and I feel like that's the same thing with change. Once and I was telling my daughter this literally like a few minutes ago, and I was telling her like, it's people that I know that will probably say I'm completely different because I'm with my wife. It's not. That has nothing to do with now how I argue. Got plenty to do with my wife, or me not being out here wanting to swing on people has plenty to do with my wife because she told me no. But as far as the stuff about me, like the way I used to maneuver in relationships, that has nothing to do with Joy Latrice Young. That was all about me saying I don't want the same outcome, so let me change the stuff I need to change about myself. Because if you change for a person, honey, it's gonna come back.
Exactly. You're only doing it for that moment. Like it's not gonna last.
It's not. If you're a cheater and you cheat, you stop cheating because you try and say you love this person and you did not do the work to stop cheating. Oh, you're gonna cheat. It might not be the first 3 years. Wait for year 4. Somebody you're gonna have a down moment, somebody gonna catch that good attention, and you're now gonna be a cheater again.
Right. And Miss Young was like, pretty much saying it's about compatibility for me, standing together in the walk of relationship, not solely based on love. That is true, because I feel like if you love somebody, you gonna love. Okay, just for example, how many times you been in love? How many times somebody did something to you? Like, say for instance, they can cheat, but it's gonna be that one person that you're gonna pretty much be like, okay, I'm compatible with them. I'm gonna accept them. I'm gonna forgive them. We're gonna try it again. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna always be that person. How to say it? Like, it's gonna always be a person that you're gonna take more shit from than you did the rest of them.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
Yeah, I was trying not to say it that way, but
baby, my wife know she is the only one, baby. Because I will leave people because they breathe wrong. I will leave because I done told you 3 times. With her, I'm gonna give you about 10. I love you. Not saying I ain't love them, but I want something different. It's a change. It's a change of it. It ain't even. I ain't even say it's fully the compatibility because we are complete opposites. Me and Joy handle stuff. So the only thing that we don't play I feel like we the same in is we don't play with the people we love. Like if we love you, we rocking with you.
Right.
Mine's go a little overboard because I don't know how to. I'm learning to set boundaries and not fight everybody's battles. But if you mess with somebody, girl, let me come in here with that cry that she know my feelings hurt. Whoever did it, just move. And same way with her. If she repeats something that somebody did to her more than 2 times, I know she hurt, and now
You got to
I
get
want to
involved.
see you. I want to
Yeah.
see you. Yeah. So
Mhm.
I think that's probably one of the only things, and the fact that we love our family and stuff, and we both want to make sure we have the life for them to be proud of and to achieve. But other than that, girl, we are the complete opposite. Okay, I mean opposites completely.
Mhm.
What
Yep.
did she say? You should want to change yourself to be a better person. Yet, your partner helps you want to change for the better. It's almost like an inspiration. Like I feel like it's an inspiration. I could say, um, and you have to. I guess they would have to be an inspiration, or should be an inspiration in your relationship. Because if not, that person gonna outgrow you. If they always doing something and you not trying to do nothing, like you're not working on nothing, you don't see no future in nothing, they're going to outgrow you in the relationship. Another thing is going to destroy the relationship as well.
That's true. That is, I agree. Yep. Everybody brings something different.
Mm-hmm. They
See.
go joy again. Being equity, but about equality and balance. Everyone brings something different. Oh yeah, that's what you just said. I ain't get to read it. It is. It is a balance. And it's important to have a balance. Like it doesn't have to be that 50-50 thing, but it has to make sense.
Right.
It gotta make sense.
Let's see our next one. Very meek and nonchalant, but now I stand on business because of her. And that's good. You have some relationships that they can see that other people are taking advantage of you before you can see it. And once they bring it to your attention, you be like, okay, you right. Like I got to stand on business. I got to put my chest out and my chin up. So because if
Hmm.
you don't, they're gonna step in because ain't nobody like anybody you love, they not gonna let you be taken advantage of.
And on top of that, I think for me, and even my daughters, they're the same exact way. And I apologize, to the world and ahead of time. But I feel like our toxic trait, if we can walk all over you, you don't stand no chance. It's
Mhm.
almost like we need that put your foot down, and we need to see that you respect yourself enough to not let anybody disrespect you.
Right.
But it looks toxic because if the person go walk, if you can walk all over the person, why not just leave versus walking all over them? So that's the toxic part. But I feel like that's what it is because this half of the stuff I could have pulled off before, baby, it's not happening in the Young's house. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
And I don't
But
even
it's
want to
the
be
it's
with
the
nobody like that.
boundaries. What
Right.
you say? It's the boundaries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
So
don't want
I
to be nobody
definitely
you
think
can
you gotta go
walk
ahead.
over. I said you don't want to be with nobody you can walk over and tell what to do and
No,
you
because you're
know,
too nice. You
yeah,
too nice. And then you probably that's I feel like the people that's like that, they've been used so much that it's part of their love for them. Like if you're
right.
not using them or um I ain't gonna say mistreating them, but yeah, mistreating them is not love to them because they haven't found that respect for themselves or that boundary. Because yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no, when you set those boundaries is sexy. Just let the people know boundaries is sexy.
I don't do that back and forth. Yeah, no, not at all. Like I'm a Virgo too, so I know I'm not gonna go back and forth with you at all. Either you're gonna catch these hands or you're gonna leave me alone.
One or
Period.
the other. One or the other.
Right.
See, that's why
One
we
or
talk
the
about fighting fair. They can't catch their hands.
I mean,
So
yeah, you're right.
we're still working on it. We're still working
You're
on it.
you're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay, so now what you think about people in relationships that allow outsiders to invade their privacy and their relationship?
You know what? I think that goes back to telling so much of what's going on in your relationship. I feel like you shouldn't vent to everybody.
Mm-mm.
Everybody shouldn't know what's going on in your relationship. I mean, especially if it's something you don't want them to know or you're going to be heavily influenced
Hmm.
on. Like, have a certain person that you can talk to and you know it's not going to go anywhere, and that's going to be fair on both ends, whether they're your friend or your, you know what I'm saying, your friend or their friend, you know what I'm saying, just pretty much be fair, you know, and be like, okay, you're wrong in on this end. But some people won't do that, be like, oh, the other person wrong, and they'll take your side instantly because you're their friend. I think that's not right, because now you making me feel like, oh, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right. You ain't teaching me nothing.
And but you know, it's a lot of people out here that really like those kind of friends. They like the hype man.
Right.
And as long as you hyping them and you're on their side, but the moment you tell them they wrong, it's a whole different thing. I definitely think that, I mean, you can have outside, I ain't gonna say outside because they wouldn't be outsiders. You can have your friend circle that you can talk to, but they need to be that circle that if you and your spouse having a bad day or something come up or y'all go through some type of infidelity or anything like that, they still should not change towards your mate, because it's not a guarantee you leaving your mate. That's one.
Right.
And that's the friends you need to have that, all right, you know, I'm gonna let you do what you gotta do, figure it out, I got your back. But if y'all start to stay together, I can still be cool with your relationship. I ain't gotta be fake and phony. Cause I feel like is that's a no too. That's where you gotta find your circle. You have to have that circle.
And everybody don't have that circle.
Yep. And you definitely got a tough Virgo, Quisha. Baby. And tell her I said it. What did Joy say? Okay, so outsiders are the key to failure. Vent to each other, find a mutual, but not heavy on them. Heavy on me. Yeah. I had my circle. Like, even when we went through our issues, I had my circle, and ain't nothing changed. Like, nothing. And my wife has her circle, and don't nothing change. It ain't no fake hugs, no fake love, no side eye. They not talking about us. I know they not. I can say that. They're not talking about us when we're not around. So you have to have those type of people in your life. People,
but you know what? I'm so glad Joy wrote this, because I'm so sick of people getting in their feelings in their relationship. They go straight to Facebook. Them people don't know you, and here come the fake lovers. What's going on, sis? Do I need to pull up? Them bitches can't fight.
They can't.
Right. The ones that can't fight, that be out here saying, oh, you need me to pull up? What's going on? Are you? They only asking to be nosy. They're not asking because they care. They're not asking because they're trying to find a resolution. They're only asking to be nosy so they can go run their mouth.
But with that, you know, even with, so me and Joy made a promise to each other this year. We didn't do no resolution because people always make them and they don't do them. We made a promise to each other that we would not entertain. Like, if we have people in our life and you go to social media before you tell us, we're not even calling and checking on you. We're not calling and checking on you. We're not writing on your posts, nothing. Because if we friends or we in that circle, if we in that circle, you gonna call us if you need it. Because the people on Facebook ain't praying for you. They not gonna, and if they do pray, the prayer ain't going nowhere but to the table.
Those are ain't even speakers.
Yeah, and it's annoying. It's annoying. Like, even with the people that go to the grave sites, and I know this is kind of off topic. Even the people that go to the grave site and record themselves crying, how many times did it take you to get those tears right? Because I know you had to stop, pause, play, and erase. That's not real. You're looking for something, and you're not gonna find it on social media. Go on over there and sit on somebody's sofa
or the hospital band.
That too. Like, burns me all the way up. But yeah, I don't see, and even when I have associates that if you're an associate of mine and you single and looking for somebody, but that's what you do is go to Facebook and you had a problem in your relationship, you won't be hooking up with nobody I know. Because no, that's like me giving you me being your reference for my job. No.
Right.
No. All right, King said you don't need any input on your relationship because you are only getting information on half the truth. You can vent to people, but don't use their advice unless it's to send you back home. Yeah.
That's true. That, because I've noticed people only tell half the story. They're not gonna tell the whole story verbatim of what happened. They always tend to leave out what they did.
And you also gotta think of it. People's gonna give their perspective. So even if it is half truth, it's their truth. But nobody's going. Now you got them people out here that know they lying, but need people on their side and just be out here lying. But most of us, if we call our friend, we're giving what we feel. It may
Mhm.
not be 100% what happened, but it's what we took and how it made us feel. But you definitely,
Exactly.
baby, you definitely got to have the friends that tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have and they have to be able to get you off that ledge. I feel
Yeah.
like anybody that be like, girl, leave them. Girl, no, because you just trying to get over here. That's
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing. And because ain't no way if you, especially if y'all married and it's just like something, I ain't saying the person going upside your head and nothing like that. But if you just having like a moment and you just need to vent to your girl and they quick to say, girl, leave them. Don't
Mm-mm.
talk to them
'Cause
no more.
that mean you trying to get over there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't be trusting stuff like that. You know I don't.
And the
Mm-mm.
people will go in your DM quick as soon as you like you got a problem. But that's what some people like though.
Yeah.
They want to put their relationship stuff out on social media or tell people because they wanted to get out that it's an issue so somebody else can come and rub on their leg. That is what a lot of people do that.
Exactly. Exactly. That is so true. And you
And,
do need somebody to tell you the truth.
mhm. And you have to. And you got to. And girl, we now in our community in Alpha Pi Delta Sorority Incorporated, just put a flag there. In that
Mhm.
community, I feel like if we got this thing, like when your sister say, sister, you already know you're wrong. You don't even have to get the rest of it. Because it's a way that we say, now,
Yep.
sis, you
Now
know I love
sis.
you, or sister. Like we got one sister. Her name Alpha. Baby, that lady ain't never had to tell me I'm wrong. Soon as she say,
Good child.
now, girl, or now, sis, I know. And then, or she say, you sure you're not a tourist? I already know I messed up. I already know that I messed up. And I need to go and just either be quiet for a moment or go sit
Mhm.
down somewhere.
That is
So
so true.
you have to have those people that's just gone. And it comes with sugar.
Mm.
All right.
Ran
I
bad
do
about that. Now
I
sis.
the girl, be quick with it. Be quick with it. And create another one. Cree with quick, like, I love you, sis. That's her line. As soon as she said, I love you, sis, you already know. It's ready to go somewhere left, and you either gonna
Right.
like it or you don't. All right. King says social media is the best tool for relationship because you can learn how not to be. I feel like it depends on who you watching. Cause everybody shouldn't be watched. Everybody got advice, right? Everybody got something they can say or experience or whatever the case may be. But you also got those people like you can't learn nothing from nobody that's been through a divorce. The hell you can.
Yes, you
You can
can.
learn exactly what not to do.
Mhm.
Don't give
Exactly.
me no relationship that ain't been through nothing. Cause what you
Mm-mm.
gonna tell me when I hit that hard spot? What you gonna say?
Yeah, because
Cause
that
you
would
ain't
mean
gonna
that
know nothing about
relationship fake.
it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just like going outside talking to somebody that has never done drugs can't say don't do drugs. Well, what you know about it?
Well, sis,
No,
I can say don't do drugs. I ain't
no, but I'm saying, you know what I mean. But it makes
right.
it
I
make
get
a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like we know not to, but
right.
like people be out here and they be trying to give advice, and you be like, but why? Like, give me the
Right.
reason why.
Why not do it?
Has your life been an example to show me what not to do? And that's
Right.
not a bad thing because you're now helping someone else to not do it and become better. But you
Exactly.
can't. I don't want nobody that's everything great.
Mm-mm.
No, I need
You
to
got,
know. Tell me them ugly parts. Show me how you got through it.
and that's another thing with what's destroying our relationship. You get on Facebook and everybody's always posting the good things about the relationship. They ain't gonna tell you nothing bad. They're gonna pretty much make it seem like they're living this life on the high horse. So you're thinking your relationship's supposed to be that way as well.
Mm-hmm.
In reality, every relationship go through something, not the same thing, but something different. But they go through something.
Yeah, yeah. When I hear now, since I know I'm wrong off the bat, yep, yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jessica says social media is a facade. People could show you what the yeah,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
And a lot of
Which
people run and believe it, be like, oh, why I'm not doing this? Why my relationship not going that way? I'm like, it doesn't work like that. You don't know how much time they don't put into this relationship. You don't know what they have been through to get to this point. And
everything come with a
then
cost.
exactly. And then you got the people in the back watching, right? They watching to see what your significant other doing for you. And then they creeping in the DM, right? Because you posting
Mm-hmm.
all this good stuff. Then they get
Mm-hmm.
what and they think they're gonna get the same thing. They're not getting the same thing. So now they want to blast them because really you wasn't looking for love, you were looking for help.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's how it normally be.
It is, and even with the facade, I be wondering like when people I know like no, and they
Mm.
write certain stuff on there, and I just be sitting there like, but didn't. That's not what you said last
Right.
week. Like, you was just with Billy
Yep.
Joe like last week. Now you love the
Mhm.
person that you've been with for how?
Okay, and it may not be what's the strong relationship, but you know how people be together on and off. They don't broke up, they don't win, and got in a whole relationship, posted them, got back with the person they broke up with, got in another relationship, and then here they go 5 years strong. No, yo, how that work?
Because they ain't counting the time in the middle. That was practice.
It ain't like you was separated and not with nobody. You was in a whole relationship posting that person.
Yeah, but that also go to like I did the video with people when they you with the person and then when they go wrong you blast them. But that person was that person when you got with them.
Exactly.
Nobody wakes up and just change overnight. So whoever that person is, that's who they was. So it ain't no point of now you blasting them 10 years later because you already knew this and you already been through all of
Exactly.
this. What we blasting for?
Exactly. Want to show the draws and stuff. It's too late.
Yeah.
You done been laying with them draws.
Okay, crusty and all.
Right.
Okay, loving them.
Exactly.
Relationship goal. Hashtag all that. Yeah, no, we're
Yep.
not doing that.
That's true.
It just be too much. It's just too much. And what is other things that we think that could be lack of communication, not
And the
fighting
wrong
fair.
friends. The wrong friends. Because I feel like as if some friends are not mature, if they're single and their friends are in a relationship, it's not gonna work if you don't have mature friends.
Yeah, yeah. But I was told years ago, and it messed up my friendships. I was told years ago when I got married, that married people don't hang around single people. When I tell you, I cut every single friend I had in my life off because I thought that's the key. Girl, no, that ain't the key.
No.
Because you're gonna be a hoe if you're gonna be a hoe. It don't matter if you're your friends hoe or not. But that was a lesson I learned. So, but my friends, I don't have whack friends. Like I don't have.
Mm-mm.
Anybody I call a friend is real friends. Like
Right.
they're not out here to see me fail. They out here to see me win and everything. And
Mhm.
that's important too.
Yeah. You can't have the wrong friends in a relationship. And as soon as you had that one argument, I like, let's go to the strip club. Boom. And then you
Mm-mm.
got this butt naked strippers, dancing on you and spending all your rent money on the stripper. And you going to sleep off with them, is just go all wrong.
Yeah, it's gonna be way too much. It's way too much. You still have to be able to you still have to make sure whatever you're doing in the midst of whatever's going on, you can still go home and face your mate. And nothing's gonna come out and destroy your relationship later on.
Right.
Because you did what you did what you needed to do, and you made sure you kept your end of like your commitment. You kept your end of your commitment. You made sure that stuff was we know Joy.
I think everybody like butt naked strippers. But you can't go do single people things with the stripper. That's what we saying.
You can't. I only got one favorite, and if it ain't her, ain't nobody getting my money, baby. And she's in Atlanta. Okay, ain't nobody getting it if she not mm 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 mm.
It's a no go.
All right, let's go back to want to be kept in a relationship.
That's. I feel with that, a lot of people do get into a relationship because they want to be kept, but how do you know that this person is keeping people? So I think they base it off the last relationship they seen that person with, because
Hmm.
ain't no way you're just gonna get in this relationship and just think this person's gonna keep you.
But do you feel like it's still because it's a lack of something that person is like something they're lacking? Because there's no way you basing what you want in a relationship off of what somebody else
Got.
does or get. Yeah, because that's not the relationship.
But I think that how it worked, because I promise you, people will look at the relationship you're in and expect you to be. They think you're being kept. They really don't know the
Mm.
dynamics of the relationship or what you do because they're on the outside looking in. So when you get with them or they try to get with them, they expect to be kept. And it don't work like that. You got to bring something to the table at first, or do something for a person to feel like you can be kept.
Hmm. Yeah, I
So
don't. Even with the way our relationship is set up right now, Do I love the way it's set up? Absolutely. But it's nothing like having your own and still being able to do what you need to do for your
Right.
mate. Because if you kept, are you still doing stuff for your mate, or is the mate only doing everything for you?
Exactly.
Because then that's gonna get tired too. Because somebody gonna come along and whisk off their
Right.
feet, and all they did was take them to Red Lobsters. But because you ain't never take them, now your mate gone because they got a cheddar biscuit. Like, so it's
No.
still, it's not. I just don't feel like it's worth. I don't feel like it's worth being kept
Mm-mm.
fully. Like, do your parts, have your dynamics, but I don't feel like nobody should be. Mm-mm. Love
And
is
I
not
feel like
enough to be kept. It's not, Joy.
it is not, and you got to do something for that. Like, ain't nobody finna sit here and do everything for you, and you do absolutely nothing.
But some people be thinking, well, I'll keep the house clean while you go work and do. Girl, come over here and clean then. Come over here.
Right.
You ain't getting kept, but come over here and clean. Cause honey, I
Yeah.
don't. I remember me and my wife having the conversation after I had Abby, cause I wanted to be a housewife so bad. Girl, when that COVID came, housewife who? I don't want to be
You want to get out
nobody's
the house.
housewife. Put me out, please. I want to go outside. Let me play with the COVID. Okay. I don't want to be. No, no, ma'am. I do not want to be like, yeah, like I said, I love what I had, but I don't want it to be just her doing.
Right.
No, 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 no,
Everything.
no. Because you're literally cracking a door. I don't care how much that person say they love it. You're cracking a door.
Right.
And now what that person decides to do with that cracked door, that's on that person. That ain't on you. But you're still cracking
Yeah.
that door.
And I got something to say, but I want to answer Jessica's question because she want to know
Mhm.
what's being kept. And being kept is when you just in a relationship and they do everything for you. They pay the bills. They pretty much take care of you. You don't do anything.
Yeah. Like nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And I feel
Nothing.
like that if a person doing everything for you, it's gonna come with being controlled, a little bit of cheating, a little razzle dazzle, whatever they want to do, because you can't say nothing.
Right.
Because a lot of people believe like pretty much they pay the cost to be the boss.
And it ain't that serious. All right. King say never healing from trauma before claiming love is on the main things that ruin relationship. It is, and I was a witness of that. I was definitely a witness of that. If it's something else you want to say about expectation, Mikey, you can put it in there, and we'll definitely touch on it. But I definitely feel like you have to heal in
Mhm.
between relationships. If you're going from relationship, all you doing like now, hold on, let me
Yeah,
put a
it
little
depends.
yeah, let me put a little disclaimer.
Yeah.
So with my first marriage, um and anybody will know, well, hopefully y'all know, I only claim my relationship as the people I was married to or have kids with. If we don't have a kid and we were not married, it wasn't a relationship. So with my past relationships, when I my first marriage, when it ended, what I messed up in that relationship I did not do right off in the second relationship.
Oh, it's got that.
It took a little, it took a little razzle dazzle, and then I was like, oh, we playing that game, let's play this game. But and then what I did wrong in the second marriage, I did not do in this one, but it was really because I did the change. It wasn't, and if people really think that you are that special to make a person change, you are fooling yourself and setting yourself up for failure. It might not be today, but it will happen if that person don't change for themselves.
Exactly. They gotta want to do it.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. It's no freaking way. None. Yeah. Yeah. And let me explain. I'm gonna explain what she means by that. Like if Joy take me, fly me to Miami to go to my favorite restaurant, that does not mean that's what she wants in return. So what she brings in is not what she needs back.
Right.
It will be something simple like going outside and cutting the grass with her.
Oh,
or or sitting outside because she draining the pool. It's the little stuff that don't cost nothing is what the stuff that she actually like, but none of y'all can have it though. But that's the stuff that she really that's the stuff that she would like versus me flying her to Miami to get her favorite dish. Alyssa was like, it's one place in Miami. She wouldn't care. She would go. And then it's some, but you also know what else that can ruin relationships? Having that you the boss mentality. because you will definitely forget that your mate is still your mate, and you will literally almost become like a parent. You know what I mean? Like you will literally, like if you paying all the bills and you making all the money, and maybe that person just is a homebody, you can easily forget that that person still goes through a lot.
Right.
But if you're not paying attention, it could definitely mess up a relationship. It
It
could
can.
definitely end it quicker than it started.
This is a good one too. Understanding each other love language. Because a lot of people been in a relationship for a long time and don't know the other love language, like what they like or what Yeah.
And you have to but I feel like you got to compromise on love language. And I say this for example. I did not make you feel like a sound like a cheap Lucy, but I feel like you still have to find a common ground with it. Cause like I said on that last show, Joy way of showing love is, now she'll say she love you and everything and you feel it, but her way of showing love is her going to the store and your favorite cookies there, or flowers, or a gift because it's your favorite perfume. Like it's gifts, it's gift giving. But
Right.
if you're dating someone that's not their number one love language, they're not going to receive it. And I had to ask my counselor one day, because we was talking, me and her had gotten to an argument, and I was like, I don't care about no house, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. And my counselor was like, but that's her love language. She's showing you that you don't have to worry about no roof over
Right.
your head. You don't got to worry about what you driving. You ain't got to worry about nothing, because she making sure everything secure that you need is secured in the bag. So I had to literally learn that, but then she also had to learn that mine is quality time. So we had to find that balance of me knowing that if she come in here and I got a brand new perfume, that's her love. But then if I turn a
Right.
movie on and she's sleepy, you need to stay up and give me like 30 minutes at least.
Mhm.
Let the commercial go off or something.
Right.
It is, Mikey, and that's why. And I call him King. This is why it is not a compromise where it's where you're not getting it. It's a compromise of knowing, just because that's how you give love, does not mean that's how that person is going to receive it. So if you want your person or your mate to be able to receive the love language that you're giving them, you may have to compromise, because if gift, like I said, Joy's is gift giving.
Right.
That is her love language. But for me, I wasn't seeing that as love. Buying me a house was not love to me. That was, you brought the house.
We got
Thank
to
you.
stand
Like
out.
we're in a house.
Right. It's for
You
both
got me
of
a
us.
card. Thank you. Like, I'm good. I wasn't looking as a love language, and we had to sit down and actually talk about it. So it's a balance. So it is, you still compromising, because if her love language is only way you know that she love you is gifts, but mine is quality time, and we don't compromise and find
Right.
that middle ground, we're gonna miss each other's love language. We're gonna miss the whole entire mark. Cause I'm gonna be
That's
looking
true.
at you like, okay,
Yeah. Hmm.
hold on. All right. So King said that's a gift to you. That's not for her. You're mixing it up. All right. Make it clear. Cause maybe I took
Because I think
your
it's for both of y'all. The
it
house is for both.
it is for both. It definitely is for both. But I felt like, but that was her ultimate love. Like I'm sacrificing. It's the
Hmm.
sacrifice you put into the thought and all
So for
that
you.
when you're giving it right. But for
Right.
me, it's I'd rather sit on a sofa and watch a movie with a blanket, or lay down and watch a movie and cuddle up.
Right.
That for me, that's you saying you love me beyond words, and all that is some keep your eyelids open. So
Right.
we had to figure that. We literally had to um figure that out and make a balance for it. So it was a compromise, because we had to come to the common ground of me accepting how she get love,
Hmm.
but her also giving me the love, giving it to her how I need it, and then me knowing how she receives it and giving it to her the way she give it and not the way I want to give it to her.
Right. She's a
Hmm.
gift giver.
I want to see if King say something else. Her giving is how she shows love. Love
I
languages that she
love
wants to
languages.
receive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why I say we had to find that compromise and find that common ground, because that's what her thing was, and mine's is
Quality.
totally different. So hers is acts of services, What for me, and she don't want you to ask. She just wants you to get up and just join into the services. For me, I'm an ex because one, you a Cancer, and y'all like y'all stuff how y'all like y'all stuff.
Right. That's true.
So it took a lot of compromising and a lot of common ground.
Okay.
A lot.
Right.
What else we
What else
got?
y'all? Yeah. What else y'all think is in a relationship right now?
And my love language is definitely sleep, baby. Let me sleep, and y'all know you love me. Don't wake me up before 10 a.m. on Saturday, baby. I know you love me so much.
10 a.m. Oh, girl, I'll be up at 8.
No, on a Saturday, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
I get up every day now at what 7:15 to take my daughter to work, and got to go pick her up. No, Saturday, nobody has to leave the house. Don't wake me up before 10. Leave me, let me be. If you love me, let me be. You can leave and do whatever you need to do, but just let me be.
This is a good one. Lack of
Mm-hmm.
affection. And I guess with me, that was an issue that I have had. Lack of affection. Because growing up when you have a depending on the family, they don't be like, oh, give me a hug or I
Mm-hmm.
love you or whatever. So I grew up as if, people don't be studying all that. That shit gay, like
Right.
like, but as I got older and being in a relationship, I learned that okay, people want affection. They wasn't raised like you, so you have to pretty much meet them in the middle. Where you giving them a little bit, but give them something.
Now, how you do with it now?
I try. I'm better. I'm better, especially with the I love you and the hugs and just the rubbing, because I'll just start rubbing
Mm-hmm.
on my wife's back or whatever. So it just depends on where we're at, because I used to have no type of affection. Like I was just like, whatever.
And see, for me, I have a selfish side when it comes to affection. I want it when I want it, but I don't want to always. I'm not that mushy person that's just gonna come lay on you just because you land there and it look like, ooh, perfect timing. I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
probably still on the other side. And it's again, it took me had to learn like learning your partner, because affection is very important to people,
it
like
is.
real important.
Mhm.
And I'm just like I'm that person that we literally could be in the same room and not say nothing, not touch. And for me, I'm perfect. But for that person, for my wife, she gonna want me to be kind of close, depending on what it is and depending on is it hot or not. But I had a hard time with affection. Now, when it comes to my kids, though, when it comes to my kids, it's the I love yous. I'm not getting off the phone before I say it. When my son, my oldest son come, well, my 17-year-old, when he comes here, I'm not going to bed without getting a kiss from him, because it disturbs my night if he's here and I don't get a kiss. So I feel like it's weird when it comes to the kids, but when it comes to even friends, I'm a hugger, so I'm gonna hug you when I see you. But if we leave each other, it ain't no guarantee we're gonna talk tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, hugging your friends is very important, especially when you have lost one. You be like, "Dang, I wish I could, hug her or whatever." So it's like very important to give that affection and let them know that like, I love you, I care about you, or
Hmm.
whatever.
Yeah. All right, Cree said, if you know your partner isn't a touchy person, who has to be the one to compromise? Both people, both people
Yep,
gonna have to
they
compromise, and it's
both.
hard. It's definitely hard if you're not a touchy feely person and you literally like to be in your zone, especially people that's been on their own for forever. You don't
Yeah,
have to share your space or your attention to anything. But once you
right.
get married or in that relationship or any kind of commitment, I'm gonna say commitment because it don't have to be married. Um, you have to compromise. Like you're gonna have to find, like you're gonna have to put, even if it's in your mind, like Tuesday, my day, I'm gonna touch this person. Like until it becomes genuine.
Because if I told you coming in this ain't that, and now 2 years later you mad, who fault is it, yours or mine? But you got in 2 years, you got to compromise.
Because I was ready to say both. It's both people's fault, because if the person come into it and know you're not a touchy feely person, but you know they are, and you stay in it, Yep. Yeah. Both people.
And then it's kind of like I feel like because that person's gonna want to touch the touchy feely person is gonna want that.
Hmm.
So it's like it's not gonna work. I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah, you gonna have to. It's gonna have to be a. Somebody gonna have to meet in the middle of the bed. Somebody gonna have to
Yeah.
meet on the middle of the sofa. Like I'm telling you, like literally, even it's almost like tricking yourself. You literally gonna have to set days in your head. Don't tell that person, but set days in your head. Like for me, it started off when me and Joy riding. I touch her leg. And it would literally be a reminder of myself, just touch your leg. And then next thing you know, we're holding hands. And now it's normal. It's what we do. And if we don't, it's weird if we don't touch some type of way when we're in a car. But you have it has to yeah. Mm-mm.
And then it's like even I don't know because even when you're asleep, your leg or something got to touch them or something like
Unless you
it
got
got to
a
be something,
unless we got an Abby and a Journey.
right?
Because ain't nobody touching nothing.
Right. They right in the middle.
Ain't nobody touching nothing. They would get
Mhm.
touched. Yeah, and that's true. That's true, King.
Yeah.
But now touching on what King said they will get touched by you or someone else. That is true. Now, I am big, and I'm saying this because and King know me, right? So he know me for real, for real. So even as being a cheater in the past, regardless of what I did not get or what I felt like I was not getting, it was still my decision. So instead of making the wrong decision, I should have had that conversation and said, I got to go, deuces. So
Right.
if that person can allow touching make you go, baby, you was never there. Go.
Mm-hmm.
See you. Because that's where you got to make that conscious decision. Like, yeah,
Yep.
it could be mental porn.
Mm-hmm.
What can you
And
say?
but you can tell somebody in a relationship because I have seen you can tell somebody, okay, I need this, I want this, and they're still not giving it to you. It's like that's kind of the permission to go cheat or either leave or whatever, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you leave though. I ain't gonna tell you because I am really big. This is my me thinking, right? This is how I made myself change. Anybody that entertains me or willing to entertain me while I'm with somebody and that door has not completely closed, you're going to entertain someone else because you're willing to entertain me. So you're going to be willing to entertain somebody else eventually. It's
Right.
going to come. So with that, if you willing to entertain while you with me, go on over there. Cause you're gonna do the same thing to them as soon as they don't give you what you need.
That's true. And I
If
also say if touching is that high on the list, then why be with someone that is not as high on theirs?
I agree. That's why I say you need to go ahead and leave. And but that go back to that expectations. Making sure you talk about those expectations. Like, do you expect me to be affectionate 7 days a week? Or three? Like, how much do you need me to touch you?
Right.
Like, I mean, even as simple as that. Like, how much? What do you need from me? So we can even say if I'm able to do it or not. Because then you get into the relationship, you done got time invested, you got kids now, you got
Right.
homes, you got all this stuff, and now you're trying to find out why the expectations ain't met. It's too late. Only
Right.
thing you could do now is leave.
Now, Creed, and this is just a question for me. What if touching is not your love language? What is like? Because a lot of people think that it's only like touching or feeling or sexual, but it can be like outside the box. So, what is yours?
We both doing it. And that's true. That's true. Where's the
Well,
affirmation acts of service? I can
okay.
see that.
Or a good book.
Oh, girl, okay. Okay. A nice shipment of books,
Yeah.
baby. And an electric blanket.
Some people like
Hmm.
affirmation and things in that nature.
Hmm.
I like the touching and the gifts. Give me a gift.
I'm quality time, affirmation, and then gifts.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel like acts of service probably actually come before gifts, honestly.
Right.
But it has to be like, if you see me doing a lot, like if I'm feeding Abby and Zay calling me, but the dishes need to be done and something else got to be done, getting up and just being like, I handle that, baby.
Right.
Baby, you can do whatever you want. for that day.
I agree.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
But it's definitely affirmation is definitely I'm gonna fight my dog. Not for real, y'all. But I'm definitely a definitely touch quality time
Yeah.
affirmation.
Quality time is a good one too.
Yeah, touch is down the line. Yeah, touch can be you can make touch last for me, honestly. I like the other stuff first and then we can deal with touching later. Because I'm not that like something has to be wrong for me to wanna curl up underneath you. Like I gotta be sad or like it ain't no I just ain't gonna come lay down and be like, I wanna be right here. I'm not. I'm gonna get in the bed, turn the TV on, watch TV, go sleep. Like my best way to sleep is back to back. So yeah, no.
Oh, you talking about you gotta be sad. I'm like, look, don't keep coming over when you sad.
Chris said quality time is big for her too. All right, so but some oh shoot. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, so but sometimes I can be overstimulated and touching me ain't it. And by touching, I'm not talking about sex. That's different. Right.
Oh, yeah.
It can because it can be overwhelming, especially if you're not a touchy person. Because you
Like,
all in this person's space. And space is definitely important for anybody that's used to space or just like their space, period.
I agree.
Okay. Well, it looked like we coming to an end.
Yeah.
I hope everybody enjoyed this good conversation about things that now that's just a few things that can destroy a relationship. It's so many other
ways.
So many other ways to mess up your relationship. I mean, so many. Like even just not being like not even wanting to do anything. Like not having that zeal to be anything.
You want to request a time change?
What's your time change request? Now, needing space can destroy a relationship if you want to do too much, because you can't be in a relationship and just want to completely be by yourself and up on the bed with nobody.
Right.
So it definitely can pull a wedge there because you're gonna make that person feel like they're not wanted, and then that definitely leaves a crack in
somebody else.
That definitely will leave a crack in that door too. Trust and believe me. I'm waiting for this time change that she requested.
Too.
Thank you for coming, Jessica. And thank you, King, for joining in too.
Yeah.
And we also take topics. So anything you guys may want to talk about. Like we got a laundry list of things to talk about. But we also want to make sure those that are, tuning in with us every week, and it has been so many people, and we appreciate everybody. So we want to know like stuff that y'all may want to talk about so that we can hit those topics and give our viewpoints and all of us discuss it in the comments, or you can even join. You just gotta let me know, inbox me, inbox Coco, or you can email us at chatwithcola@yahoo.com.
Right.
Can we bump it up to 7?
We be fighting again.
we will definitely talk about, but Co over there, the Co of Cola, she the mastermind of having a whole bunch of things that she be doing. She be out here getting bags on top of bags on top of bags.
And I don't get off to 6 sometime. But we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna try to do this. Yeah, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try to figure it out. Even if I have to get off early.
Yeah, but I also been because I was saying like Friday, but what I've noticed with people on Fridays, don't nobody be on social media like that.
They be
Wednesday, you home, you getting ready for work during the week. But Friday, people be trying to get low and get out.
Right. We're gonna think about that 7:30 ish. We're gonna get it together.
I'm not dealing with Cree. She be out here Virgoing. Baby Coco will come up and text me and be quick to be like, I'm thinking about doing this, and I'll be the one over here talking, yep, do it. Right. It'd be like
she'll never say, let's wait on that one.
No, go do it. No, you want to be a lawyer, go for it. You want real estate, go for it. You want to be a nurse, go for it. You want to open a lounge, go for it. You want to cook, go for it. Because I know you can do it.
Do it.
Baby, if anybody can do it, it's Coco, okay? And
we definitely
gonna get the bag. You trust and believe that.
We're gonna get it together for y'all. You know that because y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. We really appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna work on that time. for you, Cree. And
and we love you too.
add
Not
another
in
day.
another day.
You know what? I
Now
thought
look.
about that. I
Now
thought
look.
about that.
But what day? What day, White?
It'll have to. You know, Love and Hip Hop come on Mondays. We got time to compete with Mama D, but
Girl, no, we can't compete with Mama D. It's so much on Mondays.
yeah, we gonna figure. You know,
Not 2 days a week. How many days?
child, we may have to do a Bible study day. What? Wait.
Now we could definitely talk about another day because my midweek stretch is on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing half there and then half over here.
Okay.
I'm not messing with the people.
We're gonna add another. We're gonna try to add another day and get that time together. We're gonna work on it.
But let me tell you, if we change our day, I know my sister Cree gonna join regardless because she support, baby. But if we change that day and y'all ain't watching the people that ask, I'm knocking on your door.
Please, because y'all know I be working 1,000 hours a week, and my sister, I appreciate her so much. She be handling everything behind the scenes. Only thing I be having to do is just log on for
because we partners. That's what partners do. See,
Wednesday and Sunday.
Oh, Sunday might be a good thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sunday might work because
well, make sure y'all send us some topics. Send us some topics y'all want us to talk about. We got that.
And please know that you don't have to email us if you don't want to. You can literally inbox me or Coco.
We'll keep it anonymous if you want us to. If it's something personal and you want to hear what the people opinion is about, about the situation, we'll keep it anonymous.
Yep. Well, I had no problem doing that. And like I said, if you want to be a guest with the topic that you want to give, that's no problem either. We would love to have you. If you've been following us, we have had guests on here and we have had some great topics in this shorter time that we've been on. Like, it has been amazing. And we plan to continue it. I promise you, we got so many topics. We got a year worth. Okay. Yeah. So we ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
But go ahead. You got any final words, sis?
Nope. That's it. Y'all make sure y'all come back next Wednesday, same time, until we work on those Sundays for y'all. Okay.
And thank y'all for joining us. Please make sure y'all like, share, subscribe on YouTube. We on TikTok. We on Instagram. We on Facebook. We everywhere. We on Apple Podcasts. We on Spotify. So it is no reason you can listen to us in your ear if you need to. We are everywhere and planning on going even further. So thank y'all for joining.
And if the ones haven't seen the other episode, you can always check them out on YouTube as well. Okay.
They real juicy. All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night.